Hello, I hope everyone's doing well today. I just wanted to take a few minutes and talk to our beginning hosts and let you know that I'm very thankful for you. I'm very excited about our Walk Through Bethlehem event, and I just wanted to answer a few questions that you may have and just let you know what's going to be happening. So, as we are asking people to register online, they will be signing up for a specific time slot to come. They will show up on site for that time slot. We're asking them to come early. And we also will be taking them from the check in where they let us know that they're there and what their name is to a refreshment area. So they will have hot chocolate, cookies, coffee, things like that. And they'll be waiting there until it's their turn to go through. So let's just say that they've signed up for a 6:30 time slot, and you will be given from the check-in group the name. Let's say that it's the Andersons, okay? So Andersons have a group of 8 people. Now, we had some people walk in who did not register online, and they have a group of 4 people. So, oh, well, we have room in our 6:30 time slot, so that's the Smiths. So the Andersons and the Smiths are going to go at 6:30, and it is 6:20. So we're letting them do the refreshment area, and then we're noticing, are we running on time? Are the groups way ahead of where I want to start? It's 6:25, and there's a group that's still at the tax collector area, which is at the very beginning. So I'm going to wait 5 more minutes. When it's their time, I'm going to gather them together, and then I'm going to watch and make sure that that group is several merchants ahead before I send them in. So at 6:30, you can go over to the refreshment area and say, I'm looking for the Andersons and the Smiths, and they can say, here we are right here, and you just help them get ready. Say if you want to go ahead and throw your trash away, you can. If you have your coffee or hot chocolate that you'd like to take with you, you can do that. There will not be trash cans throughout the event, so just hold on to them if you want, and gather them together, take them toward the city gate, and go ahead and give them your portion of the story. So that means you're telling them about Bethlehem, about what it would have been like during the census. And then if you feel like it is looking like the other groups are ahead enough for you to send a group in, then take them over to the city gate where the guide will be waiting. There will probably be a group of guides that are there chatting and just talking among themselves, and you can say, John, oh, John, or Hannah. If it's one of the women, you say Hannah. If it's a man, you say John. And they will respond because they will know whose turn it is to go next. So they're all John and Hannah, but they will know which John should respond. And John or Hannah will take them from you and will be, as you've seen in your script, asking you, do they have coins for the tax collector? Do you have their census cards? So that's when you start to interact with them. And this is when they're going from present day in Springville, Alabama, to Bethlehem in the ancient city the night that Jesus was born. So we're kind of transitioning them from one area to the other area, and you are hosting them to get them ready for their journey. So I hope that I have answered questions that you may have. I know some of this was on the paper, but I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what would happen. If for some reason you do not have a name for a group, just go over to check in and say, who's the group for 7:15? And they'll say, oh gosh, you're right here, and they'll give you those names. And there will be people who come in at the last minute, and hopefully we can stay on top of who the walk-ins are and who those who registered online are. This is our first time to do this, so we're just going to do the very best that we can, try to stay organized, try to stay on top of things. As long as we don't have groups that are more than 20 people, we would like to be less than 20 people, but no more than 20, then we can send them through. And you can help us with this. If there are people sitting around and it feels like they've been waiting forever, we can try to send a group of people through in between our scheduled times, as long as it looks like the groups are moving along well enough and will not be bunching up close together once they get inside. So, um, this is a position where really what you're talking about isn't the main part of what we need you for, but it's just welcoming them, making them feel excited about their journey, and just kind of keeping your eye on things and making sure that each group is ready and prepared and is able to go in and not be either slowed down or rushed. And you can also help us to stay on time. If it looks like we are really running behind, let's say you're supposed to start at 6:30, but your 6:20 group just got started, then you may want to mention to the guides, hey, we're kind of running behind, and see if they can speed up their rounds. I've already told them that that may happen and that they may have to skip a vendor somewhere along the path just to make up some time, which will be fine. They're not going to skip more than is needed, and it will all, eventually work out. But we're praying for God's favor in this. We're praying that He blesses it and that we can stay on time and that things will run smoothly. But since this is our first time, there will be things that we learn and that we'll need your feedback on, things to do a little bit differently. If we get to do this again, that would be such a blessing for us. But just to help us figure things out and make sure that we can keep it running as smooth and as organized as possible. That's why you are in the position that you're in, because we trust that God has placed all of you in the right spot. And we know that you'll help us to make it the very best that it can be, because the end of the story, where they find Jesus in the manger, is not the end of the story. So they will be hearing the gospel all the way through the life of Jesus and his death and resurrection, and given the opportunity to accept Christ and to pray with our prayer team or to rededicate their life. We're just praying that God sends people who need to hear the gospel or need to be refreshed by the story. So we're excited. I'm so excited that you're on board, and I thank you so much. It's not about any of us. It's really just to glorify God, and thank you for choosing to serve Him. And let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on November 17th, where we will be doing a run through, and that will include your part. So please be ready and have everything memorized. And I know you'll be excited to share with us your part on that day. So thank you again, and have a great day.